Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the Caiden Cowger program, broadcasting from West Virginia. It is great to have you with us. Guys, I got to tell you, this entire election season is really just getting to me. It is. I mean, I have been doing radio, hosting this show for over 5 years, and this has to be one of the most difficult times in my entire broadcasting career of hosting this show. And I have heard other radio hosts out there that are really just saying the same exact thing. Almost. I mean, you have Rush Limbaugh, he's going through a real difficult time as well. You have Sean Hannity, that it's also happening to. And Glenn Beck, he's doing his own little thing out there, reaching his own little cultic audience. But, you know, guys, it's really just absolutely horrible. It is absolutely terrible. I mean, there are members of my audience, there are members of Rush's audience that are just completely turning on us. And the reason why they are turning on us is because we refuse to attack Donald Trump. Because you have the Ted Cruz campaign that has just absolutely been going at Trump left and right, trying to take this guy out. And in the process, they have been portraying him as being this horrible liberal, this guy who is a Democrat, secret Democrat, and all this other ridiculous stuff. And because conservative talk radio has refused to go after Donald Trump, other than, you know, Mark Levin and also Glenn Beck, we're getting hammered for it. And I was listening to Rush Limbaugh's show the other day, and he had this really just adamantly huge Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio support, because Marco Rubio was still in the race at the time. And she said, was just laying into Rush, saying, I have listened to you my entire life in politics. I've been listening to you since the 80s. I've been listening to you since the 90s, phone calls like this. And, you know, Rush, I'm so disappointed in you. And he's like, what did I do? You have not been going after Trump. Trump is this horrible person. He's a Trojan. He's this, he's that. And Rush is simply just trying to defend himself, saying, I do not endorse people, period. And this lady is just really just drilling into him. And, you know, what do you say? I mean, I have people constantly sending me messages telling me, how in the world are you not supporting Ted Cruz? How in the world are you going for Trump? You're not a Christian because you support Trump, all right? I support Trump, and I've also said that I would be happy with Ted Cruz in there as well, okay? Because as time goes on, the more that Ted Cruz is attacking Donald Trump and just absolutely standing for this ridiculousness, the more I lean towards Donald Trump. I remain an undecided voter until the primaries. That's the way that I like to keep it, because Trump could do something that would just screw up so much that I'm going to flip over to the other side, okay? So I just wait, because they're all Republicans, I just wait to see what the best one's going to be. It's a long process, and it's a long process for a reason. But because I have refused to attack Donald Trump for being a conservative, basically, because Trump is all the platforms that he stood for, excluding some of his health care beliefs, are conservative, okay? But because I have refused to attack Donald Trump, I have people sending me messages saying I'm a sellout, saying that I am, and I don't really know how I'm a sellout since I'm not, you know, receiving any secretive money from the Trump campaign. I don't get that at all. I'm getting messages telling me that I'm not a conservative, that I'm a rhino, that I'm this, that I'm that. I'm so sick and tired of these brainless conservatives that are just loosely throwing around the term rhino. Okay, rhino is someone that is a Republican in name only, that is abandoning the Republican platform. That's what it means to be a Republican in name only. It means that you do not go by the official Republican platform. I am a conservative. I go by the Republican platform. Okay, I do not always agree with the Republican Party, because many times the Republican Party abandons their own platform. But if I am going according to the Republican platform, if Rush Limbaugh, if Sean Hannity is going according to the Republican platform and they are still representing the core parts of the Republican platform, we are not rhinos. Okay? We are not rhinos. A rhino is someone like John Kasich that is running for the presidency that claims to be a Republican conservative when he does not go according to the Republican platform. All right? So no, I am not a rhino. Rush Limbaugh is not a rhino, and Sean Hannity are not rhinos. If you are a conservative and you think that any of us are rhinos, you are an absolute buffoon. I'm just going to say it the way it is, because I am so sick and tired of this ridiculous name-calling of people just because they support Donald Trump, or even to the extent of just because they support Ted Cruz. But I am tired of the absolute divisiveness that has taken place in the Republican Party. I'm sick and tired of it. And don't say that it's all Donald Trump, because Ted Cruz is the one who started the battle between Trump and Cruz. Okay? Ted Cruz was at his little private donor meeting, and I'll remind you, by the way, Donald Trump does not receive donors. But Ted Cruz was at his little private donor meeting and said that he does not believe that Donald Trump has a temperament to have his hands on the nuclear codes. What do you think that means? He's basically saying that he is an unstable psychotic. He's unstable and psychotic. It's so stupid. But that's Ted Cruz. And then as a result from Ted Cruz's little firebrand campaign, you have people out there that have developed the mentality never Trump. And that's a new thing that is going around in the Republican Party right now. Never Trump. I don't know about you, but I'm never Hillary. I am never Democrat. I am never Hillary Clinton. If Trump is the nominee, so be it. I will vote for him. There is nothing morally objectionable that would cause me not to vote for Donald Trump. At this point in time, anyway. Voting for Mitt Romney, being a member of a cult, yes. Donald Trump? Not really, no. No. So, guys, I really just have to, I don't get it, period. Donald Trump has displayed, in many cases, much more Christian values than Ted Cruz. Because Trump, in the majority of circumstances, I don't hear him lie. Ted Cruz, I have heard many lies come out of this man's campaign, time and time again. And I don't just say that to say it because, quote unquote, I do not like Ted Cruz. I have loved Ted Cruz for how many years? I mean, go back and listen to the show notes, all right? I'm just not loyal to people. I am loyal to the ideology of conservatism. I am loyal to the values of Christianity. And what does the Bible say? Doesn't it say, isn't, lying a bad thing? Doesn't the Bible say that you are not to lie? I mean, guys, I'm just so absolutely tired of this ridiculousness that has taken place. We are literally in civil war in the Republican Party, and I am sick and I am tired of it. If Donald Trump is the nominee, you had better be voting for him, or you are voting for Hillary Clinton. And I don't care, never Trump. If you want Hillary Clinton to be the next president of the United States, then go ahead. Do not vote for Donald Trump. Go ahead and vote for someone else if he is the nominee. But I'm not going to have that on my conscience, because Hillary Clinton will absolutely destroy this country. She will absolutely terminate everything that this country stands for. And Donald Trump, I personally believe, will do the exact opposite. I mean, what does it say in the book of Psalms? I hate and abhor lying. That's what it says right there. God hates lying. According to Proverbs 13:5, a righteous man hates lying. Proverbs 14:5, a faithful witness will not lie, but a false witness will utter lies. So when Ted Cruz is out there saying stuff like Donald Trump supports same-sex marriage and spreading ridiculous falsehoods like that, when Trump has never endorsed same-sex marriage, going out there saying that Trump is pro-choice when he has stated that he is now pro-life, and he actually stated that back, I believe, in 2011 at CPAC publicly. And it made big national headlines because Trump said that after people coming up to him and sharing pro-life stories with him, he has evolved on that issue, and you can see a clear path of the evolution because as the years went by over that 11-year period, he became more and more pro-life. So these ridiculous lies, I tell you guys, Ted Cruz is bearing a false witness. Bearing a false witness. And I have told you before, and because I read from that thing on Family Focus from Calvary Chapel, of where it talked about drinking alcohol, about how you are to abstain from all appearances of evil. And how I also stated that by drinking alcohol, well, put it this way, you're never going to become an alcoholic if you never take a first sip. So it's good to just stay away from it all. But Ted Cruz has no problem promoting on national television drinking alcohol, drinking whiskey, said that he is a Scotchman. I mean, the list goes on. And from what Donald Trump has said, he said that he personally does not drink alcohol. So, I mean, guys, I'm just so absolutely sick and tired of this. Who's the most Christian here? Okay, I don't like playing games like this because it has completely divided us based upon faith and based upon ideology. Because that's exactly what has happened with this presidential campaign. Where it's almost like we're engaging in Salem witch trials. Where's the witch? If you support Donald Trump, you're this horrible person. I was speaking with one of my neighbors next door, and I was trying to pry out of him, who do you like for president? I sort of like Trump a little bit. I said, you like Trump? I said, I like Trump a lot too. And he said, oh, you do? And I said, yeah. I said, Ted Cruz is all right too. But I said, I like Trump. And he said, well, I really love Trump. He said, but Caiden, I got to tell you something. He said, I have been accused of a whole bunch of stuff by people at work, by people everywhere, telling me that by 3 different people, I have been told that I am not a Christian because I like Donald Trump. And I'm just telling you, if you're out there and you're like that, did God die and make you the judge? Simply because a person places their political support in a man that does not have any political beliefs that are objectionable according to the Word of God, you're honestly going to say that because you personally dislike that person, they are somehow, anyone who disagrees with you is somehow not a Christian? I mean, where is that in the Bible? I haven't seen that anywhere. And when Donald Trump has expressed opposition to sodomy, when he has expressed opposition to sodomite marriage, when he has expressed opposition to murdering children that are unborn, those are the two core issues that I would say that you should be looking at when deciding on if a candidate is acceptable or would be permitted under the Word of God. Because if you support murdering children, you're gone. If you support sodomite marriage, you're gone. But Trump has expressed opposition to both of those. So really, where is the issue based upon faith? I personally do not get it. But what I do not like is when you have a man that is professing to be a Christian, claiming to be a witness for Christ, lying about someone else. I cannot stand that. I can't stand religious people out there that profess to be Christians 1 minute and on one side of their mouth and then work to slam other people and destroy them by spreading lies. It irks me so much. Really does. It really aggravates me, especially being someone that has many times strived to witness to people, because if Trump is trying to eventually develop a relationship with God and he doesn't have one now, they're just destroying all that. And Ted Cruz should be ashamed of himself. And everyone else should be as well. We have some information on Glenn Beck coming up in the next segment. Stay with us.
Fighting liberalism one lie at a time. Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
J.P. Morgan is now holding a record 55 million ounces of silver. Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting another financial crisis, and over time, they're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. Silver is trading below its production costs and is predicted to double by 2020. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. If you find a better rate, they will easily match it just for you. Plus, their specialty is precious metals IRA rollovers for the ultimate in IRA security. Be one of the first 20 callers today to receive their free definitive gold guide, plus their exclusive A Sterling Time to Be Buying Silver report. They have an A-plus rating with a Better Business Bureau, so call the experts at Capital Gold Group now and see what investing in gold and silver can do for you. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. Once again, that is 1-800-932-4108.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement, and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method, and to get your free report, go to 25security.com. That's the number 25security.com. 25security.com. Go to 25security.com.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Bank on Yourself. Bank on Yourself is a company that basically teaches their clients how to invest money, how to prepare for their retirement, how to reduce their 401ks, basically how to manage your money wisely. And the president of the company is Pamela Yellen. She has investigated over 450 financial products and strategies in search for an alternative task and voluntary of traditional investments. She has appeared on every major TV and radio network, and her articles and interviews have appeared in thousands of publications and websites. And she is a New York Times bestseller on Bank on Yourself Revolution. Now, if you'd like to find out more, you can go to 25security.com. 25security.com. Once again, that is 25security.com. You know, running for the presidency is supposed to be about portraying yourself as the most professional candidate fit for the office.
Caiden Cowger.
So what does Hillary Clinton do?
Somebody had to say it.
She barks like a dog.
You know? Who let the dogs out? 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 You know?
Show notes and segments from today's show will be posted at CaidenCowgerProgram.com. If you're on Twitter, just follow Caiden Cowger at Caiden Cowger.
That would be the best decision of your life. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. 9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Caiden Cowger program. It is great to have you with us. So I want to give a quick shout-out. Our baseball team, Buchanan Upshur High School, our baseball team, is presently in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And they're having their little tournaments down there. And I just wanted to wish them best of luck. I was playing for them last year. Unfortunately, this year I wasn't able to play for them. I just had way too much stuff going on because I have the daily radio show now right there on WXMB 101.5 there in Myrtle Beach, and then we're also on Red State Talk Radio, and of course my own radio network, WCNR radio network or news network. So I mean, I have all this stuff going on. I'm just stressed to the hilt the way that it is, and I think baseball is just going to be too much this year. And then I have the city council thing that's going on here locally. So I just decided, unfortunately, it's not going to be able to happen this year. But, I wish you guys best of luck in case you guys are tuning in right now here on 101.5 WXMB, Myrtle Beach. But yeah, so you guys take care. But anyway, moving on to what we were talking about, Glenn Beck has been touring with Ted Cruz. And recently, Beck, and I'll just start off with the first thing that I have here. I wrote an article on CowgerNation.com. And Glenn Beck went after Rush Limbaugh, attacking him, stating that some of us actually practice what we preach. And the reason why Glenn Beck was making that remark to Rush Limbaugh was because he said that Mark Levin, along with himself, have endorsed Ted Cruz. And because Rush has not, he said that Rush basically is not practicing what he preaches, and he's a sellout, he's a horrible person, just like what they've been saying to me. That's what he was insinuating, using innuendo. And he said, some of us actually practice what we preach. Rush, you are the king and always will be, but with that kingdom comes the power that the rest of us do not have. It's not too late, Rush. Join us. And Rush responded back. He said this actually in the beginning part of the show. He said, they turn to me as a source for blame. This is Rush. They turn to me as a source of blame for the fact that Trump hasn't been taken out, despite the fact that they've tried, Rush exclaimed on his radio show. But I don't see where they've endorsed other people. I don't see where they've actually engaged in the behavior they demand I engage in. So, guys, I mean, really. So you have Glenn Beck that is just completely going after Rush, saying that Rush needs to attack Glenn Beck that Rush needs to attack Ted Cruz. I can't talk now. Rush needs to attack Donald Trump. There we go. And try to take him out to benefit Ted Cruz. And it's just so ridiculous. And they've been doing the same thing to me. I'm tired of it. I really am. And I know that Rush and Sean Hannity are as well. Sick and tired of this garbage. But anyway, moving on. Glenn Beck is not done. Here, according to an article from Breitbart.com, apparently Glenn Beck believes that Ted Cruz is the fulfillment of Mormon prophecy. Yeah, that you heard correctly. Cal Thomas, a famous conservative columnist, Cal Thomas, released a statement on this and stated, can this Cruz campaign get any wackier? What in the world is wrong? And, Cal Thomas, he's absolutely right. What in the world is happening with the Cruz campaign? Because now we have gone from just simply campaigning with Glenn Beck to the extent, and that's what, I'll give you the exact statement Cal Thomas said. He said, can this campaign get any nuttier? Probably. And then posted the article from Breitbart of where Beck is saying that Ted Cruz is fulfilling Mormon prophecy. And guys, Glenn Beck is now using Ted Cruz to validate the Mormon religion, a cult. He is now using Ted Cruz to validate a religion that is contrary to the Word of God. Because, ladies and gentlemen, what does the Bible say? The Bible says that even if an angel from heaven, right there in Galatians chapter 1, verse 8, even if an angel from heaven shall come down and preach any other gospel, let them be accursed. If it adds to, same exact thing, let them face all the curses that are mentioned in the book, talking about the Word of God. I am so absolutely sick and tired. So now we have Ted Cruz that is being used as propaganda for a cult. to promote a cult. And has Ted Cruz said anything against Mormonism? Has he disputed this? No, he's just continuing allowing Glenn Beck to go right there campaigning with him. Continuing doing that. And he used this as something to validate a prophecy in here, and I have the exact quote. This is what Beck said. Beck said that he, like many Mormons, believe in a prophecy that the Constitution will hang by a thread in the last days. He said that he believes that now is the time, and people like Lee and Cruz will save it. So he is using, and this is according to Breitbart News, so he is saying, and this is the White Horse Prophecy, this is the exact term for it, it's a White Horse Prophecy, and he is saying that Ted Cruz is the fulfillment, it fulfills this prophecy, the White Horse Prophecy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And Ted Cruz doesn't dispute this. You know why? It's because he wants to get the Mormon vote. Getting votes from Mormons is more important than speaking the truth. And then we have another article here from Breitbart. Nostradamus. Glenn Beck lists his predictions that have come true. Radio host Glenn Beck posted a link on his Facebook page to an article titled Glenn's Predictions That Have Come True from 1999 to 2010. And here it lists all the predictions that he made on New York City. Osama bin Laden apparently claimed to have predicted the World Trade Center, 2003, the downfall of the GOP, 2004, the economy, housing crisis, blah, 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 etc., etc., etc. I mean, and then we have 2006, Iran, end times, theocracy. Then we get to Europe, hatred of the 30s. Then we get to 2008, unmasking the socialists. Then we get to 2008 again, Bubba effect. Then we get to the restoring series of 2009, or 2010. Then we get to the pendulum, 2010, and then so on and so on and so forth. Blah, 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 blah. Glenn Beck's a prophet. Oh, everybody bow down and worship him. He has turned into a cult leader. I mean, it would not surprise me if Donald Trump ends up getting the nomination and Glenn Beck pulls a Jim Jones. I mean, I'm just telling you what I personally, and I mean this with all seriousness, this guy freaks me out. The way that he is, just the way that he attracts people, getting them to believe anything that he says, it is freaky. And for him to be using Ted Cruz as propaganda for the Mormon religion, and Ted Cruz is just allowing him to do it, how can anyone support this man? I mean, I am that serious now, guys. I mean, when Ted Cruz is just going along with a cult? Seriously? I mean, for crying out loud, the Mormons believe that Jesus Christ is the brother of Satan. They believe that we were all spirit children living up in heaven, and that we were put in these earthly bodies, that the white people on earth are the ones that took the side of God in this great spiritual battle that took place before we came down to earth, and the black people here are the ones that stayed neutral in this great battle, and the demons are the ones that took the side of Satan, or the spirit children that took the side of Satan, but the black people are the ones that are neutral, and that was their justification for racism back then. I mean, is this seriously what? And not only that, black people were not allowed to serve in the priesthood until, I believe, 1979. Because they were recognized as being unclean. I mean, this is seriously what we are turning to, what we are allowing to be promoted, and no one's saying a thing about Ted Cruz allowing this to go on at his events. Unbelievable. If I was running for the presidency and there would be someone that is promoting Mormonism, I would have them so far off that stage, they would not be able to, I would get rid of them immediately. They would not be speaking in favor of me again, okay? Because I am not going to sacrifice, or I am not going to compromise my faith in God just to win an election or win a state. Because that's exactly what Ted Cruz is trying to do. He's trying to win Utah.
Some say he's the next Rush Limbaugh.
I tell you, this kid's got 90% of Rush's venom with only 10% of the biomass.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Bank on Yourself. Bank on Yourself is a company that teaches you how to invest money, how to prepare for your retirement, basically teaches you how to save money. And they are offering a free report right now that you can sign up for, 18 pages, absolutely free. You can get that by going to 25security.com. That is 25security.com. All you have to do is just type in your first name, last name, primary email, and they will send it right your way. That is 25security.com.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement, and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method and to get your free report, go to 25security.com. That's the number 25security.com. 25security.com. Go to 25security.com.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-824-9762. Again, 800-824-9762. That's 800-824-9762. 800-824-9762.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Bank on Yourself. Bank on Yourself is a company that basically teaches their clients how to invest money, how to prepare for their retirement, how to reduce their 401ks, basically how to manage your money wisely. And the president of the company is Pamela Yellen. She has investigated over 450 financial products and strategies in search for an alternative task and voluntary of traditional investments. She has appeared on every major TV and radio network, and her articles and interviews have appeared in thousands of publications and websites. And she is a New York Times bestseller on Bank on Yourself Revolution. Now, if you'd like to find out more, you can go to 25security.com. 25security.com. Once again, that is 25security.com. You know, running for the presidency is supposed to be about portraying yourself as the most professional candidate fit for the office.
Caiden Cowger.
So what does Hillary Clinton do?
Somebody had to say it.
She barks like a dog.
You know? Who let the dogs out? 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 You know?
Show notes and segments from today's show will be posted at CaidenCowgerProgram.com. If you're on Twitter, just follow Caiden Cowger at Caiden Cowger.
That would be the best decision of your life. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
I don't know what is happening. I really don't. I don't get it. Oh, I hate this primary election. I despise it with a passion. And guys, I've told you this before. Whether you want to hear it or not, I am almost positive that Donald Trump is going to be the nominee. And I refuse to go after the Republican nominee unless they're worthy of it. And so far, Donald Trump has not done that many things that are worthy of criticism. With the cussing and everything, how many times have I gone after him for that? You guys listen to me all the time. You know, I've told. I'm a person that you're not supposed to cuss on radio, but I'm the type of person you do not cuss on radio. You do not cuss in your personal life. If it's a bad word when you're 4, it's a bad word when you're older. Bad words do not change with age. That's just my personal belief. There's a lot more there are many more other words that you can use out of the dictionary than a swear word. But, you know, guys, I've gone after Trump for that. And people have said that I give Trump free passes. I do not give Trump free passes. When he's worthy of criticism, I go after him. When Ted Cruz is worthy of criticism, I go after him because politicians are corrupt. Politicians are worthy of criticism at times, and all of them are. And right now, Ted Cruz is worthy of a lot of criticism for partnering with a cult leader. Glenn Beck channels Mormon prophecy in Utah for Cruz. Body of the priesthood will stand up when the Constitution hangs by a thread. Can you believe this? So Glenn Beck is seriously just promoting Mormonism at Ted Cruz events now. It's basically turned into a Mormon tabernacle church. Rebecca Mansour reported this. Radio host Glenn Beck spoke at a rally in Utah today for presidential candidate Senator Ted Cruz and Utah Senator Mike Lee, who is running for re-election. Beck, a Mormon convert, made an overtly religious pitch to the largely Mormon audience at the rally. I want to speak to you about something that may be controversial. Okay, but it's something that I have said when I have been out for Ted Cruz and now Mike Lee, but it's something that this crowd needs to hear, that Utah needs to hear. The body of the priesthood is known to stand up when the Constitution hangs by a thread. Once again, the White Horse Prophecy. I am a convert to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, he explained. What attracted me was not only the truth of the message, but also that people like President Harold B. Lee and President Ezra Taft Benson, who knew exactly who we were as a country, Beck said, naming prominent past presidents of the LSD Church. I joined many times. What held me through was the prophecy that the Constitution will hang by a thread, and this people would remember what our founders did. It is our responsibility to stand for the Constitution, Beck said. At this point, Ted Cruz and the audience gave Beck a standing ovation. Ted Cruz and the audience gave Beck a standing ovation. Glenn Beck is talking about the White Horse Prophecy and is talking about how Ted Cruz validates the White Horse Prophecy. And Ted Cruz is giving him a standing ovation. Ted Cruz is clapping a prophecy from Satan himself. These are not men of God. The people who founded Mormonism are not men of God. They are preaching another gospel. They are preaching a gospel that is contrary to what the Bible teaches. It has a little bit of falsehoods in there, and it has a little bit of truth in there. That's how the devil works. He puts a little bit of poison and puts a little bit of what the Bible actually says. And that's how he forms his cults. Because there are a lot of similarities with Islam. There's some similarities with Islam that you can find that go along with Christianity, but there's very few. And that's what the devil has done. He does it to twist people, to get people to goof up. and you have to be willing to see through that to the truth. And when Ted Cruz is giving a standing ovation to a cult, to a cult religion, what are we coming down to? This guy is not the evangelical candidate. Do not support him just because you think he is evangelical, because he is not. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that right now. This election has been, how could I put it? This election has completely lost all, religion is no longer a factor. I'll put it that way, all right? Because Ted Cruz and Donald Trump both are flawed men when it comes to their faith. And this is horrible. This is terrible. In the prophecy, Smith let me get up to here to the first part. The famous Mormon prophecy Beck was referring to was the White Horse prophecy, right? Which purportedly made by the Mormon founder Joseph Smith in 1843. In the prophecy, Smith allegedly told the Mormon faithful that he, at some point in the future, this is crazy, that at some point in the future you will go to the Rocky Mountains and you will be a great and mighty people established there, which I will call the White Horse of peace and safety. Smith then allegedly claimed that at a future date you will see the Constitution of the United States almost destroyed. It will be hung, it should be, like a thread as fine as silk fiber. Generations of Mormon, like Birmingham Young to Glenn Beck, have repeatedly used that phrase about the Constitution hanging by a thread to signal their belief in Smith's prophecy, or some variation thereof, in which the Mormon faithful will play a key role in defending the Constitution. As Pat Bagley explained in the Salt Lake Tribune, from the earliest days of the LSD Church, Mormons have considered themselves the last real Americans, the legitimate heirs of the Pilgrims and Founding Fathers, and they believed the very survival of the Constitution depended on the saints. From Smith on, LSD leaders prophesied that the Constitution would one day hang by a thread, only to be saved by Mormons. So Mormons to the rescue, basically. Oh my. If the Constitution relies on the activity of Mormons, we really are in trouble. Beck has long been a proponent of the White Horse prophecy, but rarely has he so explicitly expressed his faith in it publicly as he did in Utah. The leadership of the LSD Church, for its part, has distanced itself from the prophecy. An official statement from the LSD website in 2011 declared that the so-called White Horse prophecy is based on accounts that have not been sustained by historical research and is not embraced as church doctrine. However, for Beck, there seems to be no ambiguity. I don't know how to say it. Whatever. He opened. Yeah, I'm tongue-tied tonight. He opened up candidly, about his Mormon faith. At one point, saying, "I want to tell you this. Another thing I shouldn't say, but I'm going to. I believe in the Book of Mormon. I don't know about you guys, but I believe in the Book of Mormon, and that was written for a time to tell people what it would look like when it was all coming undone. So his people who were called by his name could humble themselves, and he could heal our land. I believe in that. The question is, do you believe in that? Prepare for a time of miracles." This is terrible. So throughout the primary campaign, Beck has chastised Christians for not supporting Cruz's candidacy. He's not even a Christian. He lodged this criticism again before the crowd in Utah. There are many people of many faiths, good friends of mine, that are standing by with the Constitution, but there are also many Christians who are failing their duty by, I guess, supporting Donald Trump. Beck closed by referencing what he characterized as a prophecy of George Washington. He told the Utah audience, "This is the role you play. I testify to you right now. The role you play, you are fulfilling the prophecy of George Washington when he stood at the Constitutional Convention at that Philadelphia moment and said, 'Let's raise a standard to which the wise and the honest will run to.' That is you. That is your responsibility. Vote for Mike Lee and Ted Cruz. God bless you." And that was Glenn Beck's statement there in Utah. So Glenn Beck, all out campaigning for Mormonism. Horrible.
Caiden Cowger. Keeping America straight. Somebody had to say it.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Bank on Yourself. Bank on Yourself is a company that teaches you how to invest money, how to prepare for your retirement, basically teaches you how to save money. And they are offering a free report right now that you can sign up for, 18 pages, absolutely free. You can get that by going to 25security.com. That is 25security.com. All you have to do is just type in your first name, last name, primary email, and they will send it right your way. That is 25security.com.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement, and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method and to get your free report, go to 25security.com. That's the number 25security.com. 25security.com. Go to 25security.com.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-824-9762. Again, 800-824-9762. That's 800-824-9762. 800-824-9762.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Bank on Yourself. Bank on Yourself is a company that basically teaches their clients how to invest money, how to prepare for their retirement, how to reduce their 401ks, basically how to manage your money wisely. And the president of the company is Pamela Yellen. She has investigated over 450 financial products and strategies in search for an alternative task and voluntary of traditional investments. She has appeared on every major TV and radio network, and her articles and interviews have appeared in thousands of publications and websites. And she is a New York Times bestseller on Bank on Yourself Revolution. Now, if you'd like to find out more, you can go to 25security.com. 25security.com. Once again, that is 25security.com. You know, running for the presidency is supposed to be about portraying yourself as the most professional candidate fit for the office.
Caiden Cowger.
So what does Hillary Clinton do?
Somebody had to say it.
She barks like a dog.
You know? Who let the dogs out? 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 You know?
Show notes and segments from today's show will be posted at CaidenCowgerProgram.com. If you're on Twitter, just follow Caiden Cowger at Caiden Cowger.
That would be the best decision of your life. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
So we're not done yet. We have more stuff on Glenn Beck. So another thing Glenn Beck said is that he's equating Donald Trump to a wife beater. Yeah, he's equating Donald Trump to a wife beater. And this is according to Breitbart. Here we go. Glenn Beck equates Donald Trump to a wife beater over his comments about Megyn Kelly, as well as comparing him to Vladimir Putin and intimidating Trump would murder critical reporters if he were president. So I guess Glenn Beck is saying that if Donald Trump is elected as president, he will murder Megyn Kelly and he will murder Glenn Beck. This is the dumbest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. So that's what we have here. So, and then on top of all that, we have all the protesters that were taking place. There was this one specific car it was a Jeep that ended up just pushing through because Donald Trump was delivering a speech there in, I believe, Arizona? I think Arizona, somewhere around. Yeah, it was in Arizona. And what ended up happening was that there were these dump Trump protesters that were just blocking the freeway, not allowing cars to go through. So this one guy, older gentleman in his Jeep, just got tired of it and plowed through them all. But didn't speed or anything. It didn't really hurt anybody. But they were jumping on his car and stuff. So he just went on through. He took it at about 5 miles per hour, and gave him enough time to get out of the way. But hey, that's what happens. And then they were screaming, "Oh, he's destroying! He's running over people. That's illegal." Well, no kidding. Also, being in the middle of a freeway is illegal as well. So guess what? Both of you are breaking the law. But yeah, so that's what happened there. So I guess all of that is Donald Trump's fault. Yeah, of course. Another thing we have on Glenn Beck, there's just so much stuff on Glenn Beck right now. On Breitbart, another thing that we have, and this is from Pam Key. On Thursday, the Blaze TV host Glenn Beck told his listeners why he's campaigning for Republican presidential candidate Senator Ted Cruz. And he urged them to do the same because if America goes away and Donald Trump is elected, or Donald Trump is the nominee, or anybody else is the nominee, the blood will be on our hands. Glenn Beck said, "I'm going to be in Arizona and Utah for the campaign. I'm doing it because that's what I do. Others can do whatever it is you do. But even if it's one person, you will be bold. You are on the Titanic. It's going down. Knock on every single door. They don't want to come. Fine. Don't waste your time. The Titanic is going down, but you knock on every single door. Can I tell you about the truth? Can I tell you about the truth? Can I tell you about the truth? Because here's what's coming. Here's what's coming. They don't want to hear it. It's up to them. But remember what Ezekiel said. Ezekiel said that you will be held responsible. This is the thing no one understands from religious people. And man, is Beck religious because I tell you, he says one thing, one side of his mouth, and then the other. He doesn't practice what he preaches, put it that way. Oh my. I tell you, like I said, guys, I'm just so disgusted with it all. Another thing we have here, Soros board member chairs firm running online voting for Tuesday's Utah caucuses. A Smartmatic group, an electronic voting firm whose worldwide headquarters is located in the United Kingdom, will be running the online balloting process in the Utah Republican Caucus, Open Caucus, on Tuesday. And they have apparently connections with George Soros, the liberal billionaire. So that's what we have going on there. And so, I mean, guys, this is just the most corrupt, crazy, bizarre thing that I have ever seen. This election season is just crazy. It's nuts. So, guys, I want to thank you for listening to us tonight. For more information on the Caiden Cowger program, go to CaidenCowgerProgram.com. And for the latest news exposing the left, go to CowgerNation.com. Thank you. God bless, and God save this nation.